Hey guys, it's Beginnings here. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I was really excited to put out this Ybeneth video for you guys today. It was really exciting. We had lots of really cool plays. As you can see, my build and Arcana at the beginning of the video, so if you do need to take a look at those, go ahead and pause. This was, like I said, a very, very fun game. The enemy team had an arm, which usually is good against melee supports, but Ybeneth is the exception. He's really good against ARM and very, very good against mage supports. Level 1 here, you can see our Darcy, for some reason, is at our blue with her jungler. Don't really know why. I just throw my A at it a few times to build my stacks for my passive, just in case I need to push anything. I try to extend my passive a little bit there, but as you can see, it runs out. I did start on the opposite side of our jungler today, as you can see, because our ADC did not watch our red. So I just rotate down. I kind of messed up there. I tried to get the flicker push off, but I hesitated too much and it didn't work out too well. But we did get the flicker out of Natalia. I did not expect the Baldum to rotate down here, but by the time I saw him, it was kind of too late. That was my bad, definitely overextended. And you can see I tried to get my dash off, but for some reason the Baldum gets stuck to me and he actually follows me through my dash and he gets the kill. That's not too bad. We're still a solid 25 seconds until Dragon spawns. I see my jungler is going towards topside, so I know that he wants to pressure the Sentinel before Dragon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I can get as much pressure in mid and bot side as possible to maintain control without dying. That's the key, is not dying or getting chunked out as much as possible. So again, I just throw my A, clap the minions, and they're cleared just like that, voila. You can see their bot lane did rotate up and they are forced to clear mid, so they aren't on Dragon. I just go ahead and push it since I see my jungler going back, or pull it rather, because I see my jungler going back to his blue buff instead of coming for Dragon, which is fine. Again, just making sure the enemy isn't getting any advantage because our jungler is an ADC and we do want him to farm as much as he can. Another benefit I got from clearing the mid wave was I got to level 4. And Ybeneth's ultimate is amazing for catches or contesting objectives. Like you can see here, we do get this kill out to the arm. That last little tag coming in from Lindis. And we see them diving our Darcy, and we try to save him, but sadly he does get taken out by the Natalia. We get a really good 3-man clap there, and we do get the pick onto the Yorn because the Talanis flashes, and she does land her ult on the Xanis, but sadly he has his first ability, so he gets away. That gives us a great amount of pressure in the bot side. We clear his jungle, take his buff, and we get Dragon, all because they really wanted that Darcy kill. And as you can see, I do still have flicker up, and my ult's up now. I'm just gonna zone off this arm, and I actually got the Dragon with an auto attack there. I actually think the arm would have gotten that Dragon if I didn't take it with my auto attack. It lived with like 40 HP, as you can see if you go back. We're just waiting for our jungler. His blue side's about to be up. We just took Dragon. I knew Natalia was here and I tried to dodge, but it's okay. I mean, it's not necessary. Ybeneth's passive is great for sustain. We see the Ryoma is really overextended here and the arms are sitting up, so we try to slow her rotation while pinging, but sadly he still dies. My push got stopped by the Baldum toss and it kind of messed up, but we do get a great ult off Natalia, comboing with the Darcy. Here, the Xanis ults our Darcy, and we push him away because Darcy just used both of his abilities, so his cooldowns were pretty long. He possibly could have died there. We don't kill the Xanis, but it's okay because he's super chunked out, so we can take his jungles. We do have a timer on his blue at this point in time, so now we're just pushing in mid so we can rotate over to the blue and deny as much gold as possible. You'll see I hit the tower and then just dash over the wall. They do have quite a few people around, so this is kind of risky, but we are pretty ahead tempo-wise. We do get the blue buff, which is great. I still have my ultimate and my flicker and all my abilities just in case they do want to engage. I can heal for my ADC as much as possible. We're just clearing mid here, and I think we're going to rotate towards bot side because Arm's mid, and that means that Yorn is all alone bot, and that tower is free. You can see right from there. So I head over and I just try to keep him going from going to lane as much as I can, just slowing him down. I made a mistake here and accidentally started tanking too soon, and then I dodged out, so I lost aggro, and then Arm ults me and kills herself, and Stellanis kills Yorn, which is fine. It was definitely a misplay, but it worked in our favor. I didn't actually get my ult off, as you can see. And because of my misplay, we don't get the tower, but we do get a mid tower because they committed resources to defending bot. You see they sent through. Stellanis overstays quite a bit, and Xanis comes down and gets a free kill, but our jungler collapses and kills their jungler. Baldwin goes to defend bot, which means that top is wide open. We see Arm here too. We know Yorn just revived, so he's gonna be somewhere around here. Now that we see 4 on the bot side, we know that top has as much pressure as he wants to get. We get another pick onto the Arm here, a pretty nice ult, and I flicker onto the Yorn just to give vision and to make sure I can continue to chase. He flickers as well, which is really good. Trading flickers, support for ADC or support for mage, always worth. As long as you have more than one person that can do damage, getting their flicker out is great. This was really risky. I should not have dived the Baldwin Xanis here, but it works out. I definitely calculated that play, as you can see, living with like 1 HP, throwing my A back and barely living. That was a very, very scary situation to be in, but we did it. You know, you have to trust your mechanics. We get the mid tower to that, top tower dies as well. Baldwin definitely overextends without any escapes. He tries to dodge the Lindis trap, but it just puts him back into my ult. We get a nice little stun on him. Now we're just creating pressure so the Lindis can clear the wave, get our wave under tower, and they don't really commit much, so we just get a free kill off of it, and we get the tower as well. They were playing very afraid, probably because we were very ahead in gold at this point. As you can see, they haven't taken a single tower. Ryoma, of course, gets ulted again. He died quite a few times this game. And this is another situation. I was very skilled to survive here. I cast my ultimate for the extra shield, and I'm hitting the Baldwin as much as I can with my seeds so I can heal as much as I can. And we live because I also bought the Belts of Clarity. Died that time, probably because I hesitated on casting my first ability after I clasped them. But this game is pretty much over at this point, you know. Only 1 or 2 misplays this game. Pretty proud of how I played. We did really well, making sure that our jungler had enough space to farm, and making sure that our ADC wasn't being pressured out of lane. We pressured mid very well. We helped our Darcy clear, so we always had priority on rotation. We did all we could, basically, to make sure that we could win the game. The only lane that lost was Darkslayer, but that's just because Baldwin is really, really good into Ryoma. So this is mostly just formality at this point. Like, they know the game's over too. I think that's why they had 5 outside of their base, with 2 missing high ground towers. But we just chase them down, they die, and we tank the tower just for fun, because we can. We cast our ultimate for the extra shield. You can see by our Gaias right before the game ends. We did quite a bit of damage this game. We outdamaged the Ryoma and the Stellanis, and we were right behind the Darcy in damage. Our Lindis actually popped off. She did like 45% damage. Yeah, 45.8% damage. I hope you guys enjoyed this Ybeneth gameplay. It was something a little bit different than what you requested, but I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe. See ya.